Apparently, the software that I usually use for editing my videos isn't around anymore, which kind of sucks because I'm lazy and it's an easy way to do video editing. So we're going to be using Blender from now on. It's a little slower for editing, which is a pain in the ass on my side, but hopefully it'll mean some things get a little better. Production quality. The rest of it ain't much I can do about. Ah, bad wig, bad, bad, bad wig. Hey, it's your dandy, Candy. And today we're going to be talking about some of our art therapy pieces that we have for sale over at our Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/candydandyart. I love art therapy. It's a great way for you to express your feelings and emotions in a positive and creative way. I cannot recommend it enough. Now, we have a lot of art therapy pieces available at our shop, etsy.com/shop/candydandyart. And I think most of them are pretty straightforward. So today we're going to be focusing primarily on the 5 pieces: culture, calm, consumer, sin, and paradise. First up is culture, which symbolizes the terminally online glued to the boob tube mentality, featuring a face inside a television as hyper ribbons burst out filling the canvas. Now, hyper ribbons are a thing that you will see from time to time in my pieces. It's a concept that was inspired by old school tattoo pieces, as well as the concept of hyper time, which was created by Mark Waid and Grant Morris. In this instance, our hyper ribbons are all the content you see on TV, like your violence, your cartoons, your sexual objectification, your fast food commercials, shit like that. We used a TV in this piece instead of something more modern like a computer or a smartphone, because that's what my generation grew up with. This piece symbolizes the negative aspects of the terminally online pop culture nerd, someone who's addicted to the algorithm. To them, this isn't just entertainment, it's their culture, their worldview, and they don't want to broaden their perspectives beyond that. The world can be a scary place sometimes, and escapism can be so tempting to just crawl into and never leave. I get it, but in the end, if all you ever do is just stick your head in the TV or the computer or your smartphone or whatever, in the end, the only person you're really going to be hurting is yourself. Consumer is about hyper-consumerism, depicting a floating, two-headed ice cream cone sucking up hyper ribbons of content and spitting out nothing in return. The background starts out as fleshy and pulsating, organic, and morphs into a rusty orange banknote worth no value. This has pretty much been what I feel our society has been building up towards for most of my life. A corporatocracy that just sucks all the life and joy out of existing and replaces it with paywalls and disposable content. A nation of hyper-consumers who don't think or create and just work, consume, sleep, and repeat. We went with an ice cream cone for 2 reasons. 1, because ice cream has a shelf life, it doesn't last forever. And 2, just like everything else, it's also consumable. Now, am I saying that people, you and me, now am I saying that you and I are ice cream? Yes. Not so much in the cannibal sense for most people, but in time and in physical and mental strength, yes, we are very much consumable, and the corporate heads really love ice cream. I mean, hell, if one of them could figure out how to do it, we'd probably be working on our sleep too. Give them time. Bet. Paradise is about feeling trapped in your life. Floating head and hands leaning against palm trees like bars on a cage with a coin sticking out of the cash slit in their hat. If you remember in our last video, we talked about how palm trees symbolize paradise to us. And that's true, but even paradise fails from time to time, especially when you feel stagnated in your life, which is something I've felt for a very long time. That constant living to work mindset and never getting ahead eats away at you till you get to the point where you lose focus on who you are as a person, your passions and interests, and the people that are close to you that matter. Calm is about music, and how it can help one to tune out the distractions and troubles around them. Depicting a floating head listening to music as a calming landscape emerges from the headphones, drowning out the noise behind them. I love music. It is a fantastic mood enhancer. And music has gotten me through some really tough times in my life, as well as inspired me to create. Whether you're feeling up or down or whatever, there's always a song for it. And I'm not too particular on the genre either. As long as it's a groove that we can dig, we are receptive. Now, we had prints made of this one, which was kind of a pain in the butt because most of the print shops up here only go up to 11 by 17 when it comes to scanning pictures, and the original format for this was 12 by 16. So some of the bottom of it got cut off, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Not bad, but it kind of turned me off from wanting to get the other pieces printed. I may eventually circle back and do follow-up pieces to a lot of these in a smaller format size, because I do like to do that from time to time, like with our piece Sin, which is about guilt over the past, depicting a hand of glory. I am fascinated by hands of glory. If you don't know what a hand of glory is, it's an old European relic that's a candle made out of a corpse hand that supposedly had supernatural powers that would immobilize anyone it was presented to. Which, yeah, I could totally see how it could do something like that, because like if someone came up to me with a burning corpse hand, I would probably stop dead in my tracks too, because that ain't some shit you see every day. The original piece is a little more whimsical in my opinion, so we kept it on my collection wall, but I really liked how this one turned out. It's got a haunting tone to it, which is what we were going for, since wearing one's sins tends to haunt a person. And there you have it. Now, I know some of the subject matter may be a little pessimistic and bleak, and I'm sure there are people out there thinking, well, Candy, why don't you just paint pretty pictures? And I get it, I do. I love painting pretty pictures. In fact, we have a whole new batch of pour pieces that are available right now at our Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/CandyDandyArt. But I feel art is about more than just pretty pictures. Art is the way our mind communicates with us in a language too complex for words. I've never been really good at speaking my mind. It's not that I lack the words to do it. It's more or less I lack the focus. I lack the focus to express them without things coming out sounding jumbled and wrong. So I tend to paint my films. A lot of these were originally part of my private collection from the wall behind me. We decided to put them up for sale because I'm sure I'm not alone in these feelings. Maybe there's someone out there who's looking for something that resonates with them, and if these pieces do it, then I'm happy to be of service. They may not be baskets of kittens, but hey, that's art sometimes. No rain, no rainbow. Well, this has been Candy Dandy. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good one. I don't need technical difficulties right now. Hey, it's your Candy Dandy. Wait, we did that backwards. Glued to the boob tube, terminally online mental... It's a great way to express your... Now, we have a lot of art therapies for sale at our... we're mostly going to be focusing on our art... Why don't you just print... As a calming landscape emerges from the and two, just because I want to broaden their perspectives behind that. Because if somebody came up to me with a burning horse hand, or if somebody ever came up to me with a boining, oh my goodness, the hamburgers, the boining. So many people, so many hamburgers. The corporate heads really love ice cream. As much as I'd love to wear both gloves, unfortunately I can't access my phone with these stupid softy fingertips. Here, kitty. Meow. Meow. Oh, too much cut. And this eyelash. I see you, eyelash. Bitch. You know, like your violence, your cartoons, your sexual objectification, your fast food commercials, shit like that. That sounded so spacey. I love it.